All the fans are true to the orange and blue, so hurry up and come on down, 'cause we got ourselves a ball from the Mets of New York town. Give 'em a yell, give 'em a hand, and let 'em know you're rooting and you stand. Come on and beat the Mets, beat the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life, because the Mets are ready on the ball. Knocking those home runs over the wall. The east side, west side, everybody's coming down to meet the MTS Mets of New York. Of New York.
Hey there, everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice, and welcome to another presentation of our 87 APBA Mets replay. And the Mets are playing much better than they did in reality. And really, the star of the show is Darryl Strawberry, who has 18 home runs in 37 games. And let me see if I can track, let's see. And let's see where we're at here. I move things around because I'm doing a whole different thing here. So yeah, we're playing the 87 Mets, and this is game 37. And I wanted to check out the score quickly. The won-loss percentage, excuse me. Let me get on. Sometimes I start the action and my brain is not totally functioning. All right, team manager. Let's check the Mets out. Let's look and see what their won losses, 25 wins and 11 losses. So yeah, they've been pounding everybody. I mean, they just beat the Padres in game one of this 3-game set by a score of 3-2. So it was Ron Darling got the victory, and Jesse Orosco got a save. So in this game, it's going to be Eric Snow versus John Mitchell. Eric Snow is a C pitcher. John Mitchell is a D pitcher. Now, the APBA Basic doesn't have a lot of different pitching grades. So this is what you got. It's a pretty simple system. It's just one roll, and you get a result, and pretty much the numbers, every player is the same. This is atomic age baseball. I call it the Cold War baseball. I mean, McCarthy used to roll APBA in the late 50s. And the APBA never changed from about 58 on. Till today, really very, very few changes, if any. So they kind of held on to their system. So we're just getting started. And the lineup for the Padres, the 87 Padres, is Stan Jefferson, Joey Cora, Tony Gwynn batting third and right field. The cleanup batter is Carmelo Martinez. He's at first base. Kevin Mitchell is at third base, batting fifth. Batting sixth is John Kruk, the left fielder. Benito Santiago, the catcher, batting seventh. Batting eighth is Gary Templeton, and Eric Snow, or Eric Show, excuse me, the also known as the Professor. The cool thing about the cards is that they have these little nicknames. Now, I don't know how, how credible all these nicknames are. It's questionable on some of them. I heard some stories where kind of guys saw their APBA card and said, this is not my nickname. One story in particular was a story told by Kenny Brett. So we are at Chase Stadium in 1987. I believe this is May something or other, let's see. May 19th, Tuesday, May 19th, so it's a work day. This is a night game on grass. And I just played a game, and it was about 15 minutes. You can play this pretty quick. You can play APBA games pretty quick. It's going to be Stan Jefferson leading it off. There's Stan Jefferson. I got the set, the 1988 set, which is basically the 1987 season. He had 400 and some at bats. Batted about 230 from what I see there. Need to get a magnifying glass. I'm using these dice with the numbers on them rather than the pips. So it's going to be Mitchell, John Mitchell, a deep pitcher Z facing Jefferson. It's a 52, and that's a ground ball third base. Up with it is Hojo. Throws Jefferson out. Half a step. Joey Cora is next. That's a Snake Eyes. I'm going to go to a 0 for that and go into the second column. That's line base hit. Base hit to, he's a switch hitter batting. Mitchell is a righty. So he lines one to right center field. Cutting it off is Strawberry. Gets it into Backman. And Cora is on at first, and he's a threat to steal. Next is Tony Gwynn. Here's the pitch to Gwynn, high and outside. But there goes Cora, the throw down from Lyons. And he is safe. Stolen base for Joey Cora. So Cora's on the second. That's a 35, and that's going to be line base hit. 1-0. The round to score is Cora. And it's 1-0 the Padres. Okay, Martinez up now. 45, and he's a Z, so that's going to be ball 2. And the 36 is going to be ball 4 this time. So first and second. 1 out. And it's Kevin Mitchell. Mitchell's got good power numbers. I mean, decent power numbers. He's got a 5 at 11 and a 1 at 66. It's a 34, and that ball's driven deep center field, and Dykstra on the run and runs it down. Lenny Dykstra showing off his range out there in center field. Gets it in quickly, and now it's John Kruk. Kruk is a lefty. Got to get Kruk in there as a lefty. Bats left. Got him in there now. All right, here's the pitch from Mitchell. That's a 63, and that's lifted to deep left field. McReynolds in the corner and makes the catch, and that retires the side. Mitchell down 1-0 going into the bottom of the first here at Chase Stadium. Lenny Dykstra, pitch from Show. We're going to just put these in there. So Show is a CY. I'm going to write that in so we don't have to. So we can just look at the screen. I got a small 8-inch iPad to my right, and that's where I have all the data, and I'm keeping the stats. And then he's a Y. Crowd is pretty rowdy here at Chase Stadium in 1987. All right, it's a 5-3. That's going to be a 15. Now we have a randomizer card here, and 15 falls into that category of rolling to randomize, a 31. And that's going to be a ground ball shortstop. Templeton, and he boots it, rolls away from him, and Templeton will have no play. So it's going to be an E6. Harry Templeton with an error, and Dykstra is on at first. Wally Backman is next. 32, and that's a ground ball. Cora flips to Templeton to throw to first, not in time. Wally Backman hustling down the line. And it's Keith Hernandez. We're going to try a hit and run with Keith Hernandez. And that's a 63. That's line base hit center field. And to third base is Wally Backman. He was on the run. And Keith Hernandez lines went to center field. First and third, only 1 out. Kevin McReynolds, 55. And that with runs on first and third is going to be a sacrifice fly. Game is tied. That fly is to center field, but that's going to allow Backman to score easily. 2 outs now. Let me do that one more time. Out, sacrifice fly, and write that in. Center field, runner scores. There we go. Another runner holds up. It's these Darryl Strawberry. Darryl Strawberry, he's got 18 home runs in 37 games. Here's the pitch. Every time he comes up, it's either a snake eyes or 66. It's crazy. I've never rolled this way for anybody. 45. That's a ball 4. So first and second and 2 out. 1-1. Barry Lyons. 31, and that is a ground ball, third base. Mitchell goes to second, and that retires the side. 5-4 for scoring at home. Benito Santiago leading off. Right-handed batter, 65. That's popped up. Barry Lyons throws away his mask. One away. Next is Gary Templeton, 26, and that's strike 3. High fastball gets Templeton, and Snow now, 16. It's a ground ball. Chopped to the shortstop. Santana fires the first. 3 up, 3 down. APBA basic, very quick, very simple. Keeping it simple. I've got Lions again. I don't know why I thought Lions batted already. I don't know why I thought Lions batted. Let's see what happened. Johnson grounded out. I thought it was Lions who grounded out. Anyway. All right. Did I have them in the wrong order? Yes, I had them in the wrong order. That's why. All right, most numbers are all the same. So this is, again, an error result. Snake eyes. That's going to be a ground ball, second base, and Cora boots it. And Lyons is on at first. That's the second error committed by the Padres. Cora's a terrible second baseman. He's rated as a 5 with APBA. Santana, 63, and that's line center field. And running in is Jefferson and gets to it. Out number 1. Mitchell's going to bunt. 51, and that's strike 2. Again, he squares the bunt. 42 is strike 3. He's out of there. Bunts it foul. 2 out. 1 on. Dykstra. 44, and that is line base hit, and stopping at second is Barry Lyons. Not much speed. Next is Backman. It's a 21. That's lifted to left, shallow left. Kruk on the run and makes a catch. Jefferson, top of the third. 24, that's a fly to left. 1 away. McReynolds there. 64, strike 3. Cora strikes out. Curveball gets Cora. Nice curveball by Mitchell. And a 55, that's line base hit for Gwynn. Gwynn is on with a single, a 2-out single for Tony Gwynn, the master. 65, that's popped up. Catcher there. And that retires the side. Keith Hernandez, 62, that's strike 3. So 4-2 McReynolds, and that's a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks. And now it's Darryl Strawberry with 18 home runs in 37 games. See if he can hit another one here. 55, that's line base hit center field. So Strawberry's on at first. 2-out single. Hojo, 33, and that's deep drive. That's one hop off the wall. And scoring easily is Strawberry into second base is Hojo. And that's a 2-out RBI double for Howard Johnson. And Mets are up 2-1. Let's have a tremendous offense. Barry Lyons. Here's the pitch to Barry Lyons. And that's a ground ball, third base. Kevin Mitchell up with it. Fires to first. And that retires the side. Kevin Mitchell up now. 44. And that's line base hit. Base hit to left. McReynolds plays it on a hop. John Kruk steps into the box. And that is a snake eyes, which takes us to the second column. And the second column, 53. And that is driven into the right field corner after it is Strawberry. And Kevin Mitchell may make it home. Let's see if they're going to wave him around. Let's see what happens here. They're waving Mitchell around, and here's the relay, and he is safe at home. RBI double by Kruk. Game is tied. So just like that, Benito Santiago, 26. Strike 3. Curveball. Gets Santiago, Gary Templeton. That's a 43. That's a ground ball to Hernandez. Flips to Mitchell covering for out number 2. Over to third is Kruk. And it's Snow. Oh, wow. Can't really see that well here. I'm sorry, guys. 52, and that is, what is that? That's a ground ball, third base. And that's the third out. 2-2 ball game. A little bit, let's just adjust that a little bit there. I think you can see it much better now. Sorry before, it was a little bit too bright. Santana, 25. That's line base hit for Santana. So Santana's not at first. We're going to try to, again, we're going to try to 64. That's 2 strikes. Oh, let's try that again. And that's a 54, and that's going to be a successful sacrifice. Back to the pitcher, Eric Show. He's got 1 play, and that's the first. So it's a successful sacrifice by Mitchell. Now it's Dykstra with Santana at second base, 31, and that's a ground ball, third base. Mitchell up with it. Moving to third is Santana. And a 34, that's line center field, and Jefferson right there, and that retires the side. And Jefferson leads it off against John Mitchell. That's a 26, that's a strikeout. 1 away. Joey Cora, 41, and that's a ground ball. Chop to the shortstop, Santana. 2 down. Tony Gwynn, 66. That's going to be some sort of deep drive for 60. That's going to be off the wall. Tony Gwynn in with a double. 2-out double for Tony Gwynn. I mean, he's a hitting machine, this guy. Holy smokes. Hitting machine. I don't know what he batted in 1987, but Carmelo Martinez, 41. That's ground ball. Shortstop. Santana throws him out. That retires the side. Go to the bottom of the 5th. Keith Hernandez, 62, and swing and a miss. 1 away. Reynolds, 35, and that is ground ball, third base. Up with it is Mitchell. 2 down. It's Darryl Strawberry. And that's ground ball, third base. Again, Mitchell in the hole, long throw, and he gets him. Johnson. Oh, no, it's Mitchell. Tevin Mitchell now. 35, and that is ball 2. Again, Mitchell, 62, and that's a ball lifted to left. McReynolds. John Krupp next. Say ground ball, second base. And that's Tuffle. 2 down. And Santiago now with 2 down in the top of the 6th. It's all tied at 2. 61. That's a 38. It's a ball. 65. That's popped up behind the plate. Lynn throws away his mask. Makes the catch, and that retires the side. Johnson. Hojo, 61. 22 is a ground ball to the first baseman. Flips to the pitcher. 3-1. 1 down. Barry Lyons, 24, and that's a fly ball to left in the gap. And that's John Kruk. 2 up, 2 down, and it's a potential error now. Let's see. 13, and that's going to be a 17. That's going to be line base hit. Santana with a single. Mitchell's going to bat away. And that's a ground ball, third base. And that retires the side. Templeton is leading it off here in the top of the 7th. 46, and that's a strikeout. Snow, the pitcher, 36, and that's popped up. Third base. Hojo calling for it. Makes the catch. 2 down. Top of the order, Jefferson. He's 0 for 3 today. 15, that's line base hit. Jefferson's on with a single. 2-out single for Jefferson. Next batter is Cora. There goes Jefferson. The throw down is not in time. Stolen base for Jefferson. So 2 out. Runner on second. The pitch. Ball 4. So first and second, the Mets are going to call in. Let's have some action in the bullpen. Yeah, who's out there? Let's take a quick peek at who played in this game. And it was Roger McDowell. We're going to bring in Roger McDowell. So McDowell, who is a righty, is facing. Who's he facing? Tony Gwynn. Actually, I should bring in a lefty if I want to get the advantage. So hold on here. Let me see if I can bring in a lefty real quick. Yeah, Gene Walter's coming in. He's a lefty. So let's bring in Gene Walter. Gene Walter, I think, pitches about 20 games and then he vanishes. You don't see him anymore, but he is a lefty. There he is. BW, so he'll be an A. Gene Walter. All right. Here's the pitch to Tony Gwynn. That's a 26, and that's strike 3. Big pitch by Gene Walter. Strikes out Tony Gwynn. And they strand 2. The Padres strand 2 in a 2-2 game. Go to the bottom of the 7th. Dykstra is leading it off against Eric Show, 33. That's going to be a second column drive, 25, and that's going to be pulled down the line into right field corner. Tony Gwynn after it. Around second is Dykstra. The relay to third, and he's safe. Leadoff triple. Lenny nails Dykstra. And infield is in now. All the infield is in on the grass, and it's Wally Backman. 25 and 8. That's lined. Base hit. Mets are up 3-2. Wally Backman. He's on at first. Hernandez, 25. And that's a ground ball up the middle and through. To third goes Backman. And that's going to be it for, so undo that. It's a single up the middle. And to third is Backman. And that's all she wrote. It's going to be Storm Davis, Greg Booker, and Bruce Gossage. Gossage, Booker, who else? Storm. Oh, no, Storm Davis. I don't think I have Storm Davis around. I don't believe I have Storm Davis anyway. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have him. So let's see. Booker, a righty. I have 2 righties. I'm going to bring in Booker. All right. Let's write him in. Add sub. What's his first name? Greg Booker. All right, Greg Booker is a B. He'll be an A. Whereas on first and third, infield is in. Here's the pitch to Kevin McReynolds. It's a 36. A 36 is ball 4. Bases loaded. 3-2 pitch high outside. And McReynolds down to first. And now that brings up Darryl Strawberry. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Infield's going to be playing in. It's 3-2 Mets here in the bottom of the 7th at Shea. Here's the pitch. Oh, boy. And that's going to be a little flare that's going to drop in front of Gwynn. The run to score is going to be Backman. And let's see if they wave Hernandez around. Let's see. Got to look at all these charts. And they are waving Hernandez around, and the throw to the plate is not in time. McReynolds into third base. So it's a 2-run single for a guy that already has 50 RBIs. So no, actually he hit 2 home runs yesterday, so that's 54 RBIs in 37 games. So he's on track to hit 180 RBIs and hit 81 home runs. Darryl Strawberry first and third. Johnson, the batter, he steps in. There goes Strawberry, the throw down, not in time. Strawberry doing it all here. All right, so infield is in. Howard Johnson, 56. That's strike three. That's the first out. Johnson swinging for the fences, whiffs. As Barry Lyons still with the infield in, 33, and that's going to be a 7 against a B pitcher. Second and third. Second and third, a 7 against a B pitcher. That's a single to left center, runner score. That of the second on throw home. So the Mets are breaking this open here. And then batter to second. On the throw. Ralphie Santana. 46. That's a strikeout. 2 outs. And it's Gene Walter. You know what? Gene Walter's a short guy. And we're going to bring in, who are we going to bring in here? Bring in Magadan to hit. Let's see. Let's make sure Magadan was around. No, we're going to bring in Mookie Wilson to hit. The Mook is coming in to hit. And then we'll bring in McDowell. There's Wilson. And then McDowell will be the pitcher. Greg Booker's still in there. So it's going to be Wilson for Gene Walker. Crowd is pumped here at Flushing. Mookie Wilson's going to pinch hit. He platoons with Lenny Dykstra. All right, here's the pitch to Wilson, 2 outs. And that's I wish the results were off the cards. All right. Lyons is at second base at 12 is a strikeout. That retires the side. So Wilson strikes out, and leading it off is Martinez, Mitchell, and then Kruk against, who did we say was going? We said McDowell. Where do we put him? I don't even know where I did with him. All right, McDowell is going to be pitching. He's a C pitcher. Here goes Martinez, 66. And that's going to be a 0 go to second column of 24, and that is lined over the center fielder's head, and that's going to go to the wall. And going into second base with a leadoff double is Martinez. Mitchell now, 15, and that's a base hit. Carmelo Martinez is going to hold at third. Down by 5. We're going to play it safe. Here's Kruk, and that's a first and third, 25. That would be a double play. And that is a ground ball second base, and that. Oh no, it's ground ball first base. Excuse me, first baseman to short, back to first. 3-6-3 double play. Run scores on that. It's 3-6-3 double play. And that's run out 3-6-3. He scores. No, double play. All right. Benito Santiago now against McDowell. Here's the pitch. Benito Santiago, 32, and that's a grounder. Chop to Backman. Backman over the first, and that retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Lenny Dykstra. And it's a 44, and that is a ground ball. Shortstop Templeton fires to first and gets Dykstra. Booker's still out there. Greg Booker, 33. That's going to be a ground ball and through into right field for a base hit. Past the outstretched glove of Joey Cora. Here's Hernandez. 64. That's a 41. I don't know what that becomes here with a runner on first. 41 is a ground ball to shortstop. Gets the force. No throw to first. 6-4. Hernandez on at first with 2 outs. Devin McReynolds. 40. And what is that? Jesus. A 40 is a ground ball to Carmelo Martinez, who takes it himself, and that retires the side. All right. So McDowell is going to face Templeton. Here's the pitch. 46, and that's a strikeout. It's 7-3 Mets. Now we're going to get a pinch hitter. It's going to be Wynn, Marv Wynn. Left-handed batter. Here's the pitch to Wynn, 23, and it's a chopper to the second baseman. 2 down. Top of the order. Jefferson is 1 for 4. Last pitch of the game, 56, and that's popped up. Shortstop Santana calls for it, makes the catch. Ball game is over. Mets win it by a score of 7-3. And who's going to get the win there? It's going to be Mitchell's going to get the win. I believe I will double check that. Let's see. Make sure Mitchell pitched. He needs to pitch that 7th inning. If he got replaced in the 7th inning, which he did, he doesn't get the victory because that's when the Mets scored. In the bottom of the 7th is when they scored the 5 runs. It was a 2-2 game up to that point. So it's going to be not Mitchell with the win, but Gene Walter, who just pitched to 1 batter. And the loss is going to go to Eric Show. And I'll read you the line score. Mets 3 runs. Padres 3 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. The 7 left on base. Mets 7 runs, 12 hits, and no errors. No home runs for Darryl Strawberry, but he did drive in 2 more RBIs. He's got 54 for the season in 37 games, I believe it is. So I thank you for joining us and staying a while. And this is CP Cards and Dice, and your home for chat tutorials, strategy, player profiles, history reviews, news, tips, and so much more. Saying I will see you soon. Take care. APBA Basic.